In this video, we'll be learning how to identify both the x and the y-intercepts when looking at a graph. So before we can actually start identifying the x and y-intercept, we need to define what they are. So first, the x-intercept is a point on your graph. So make sure that you're always identifying a coordinate point. And this is specifically the point where the line crosses the x-axis. So remember, the x-axis is your horizontal axis that is right here, and the x-intercept is the coordinate where it crosses the x-axis. So if you're looking here, you should see that this is the coordinate where that purple line is crossing the x-axis, and that has two parts to it, an x part and a y part, and in this case, your x value is 3 and your y value is 0. So in this particular problem, just from looking at the graph, we can see that our x-intercept would be x is 3, y is 0, and that would be the point where the line crosses the x-axis. Now to flip this around, the y-intercept is then the point, and again, note that it's a point. It is the point where the line crosses the y-axis. And remember, this is your vertical line, so you're looking at this vertical line right here, and we're looking for where the line crosses this vertical axis, and that's this green point right here. And if we're looking here, our x-coordinate here is 0, and our y-coordinate here is 4. So when we're looking for x and y-intercepts, we are looking for specific coordinates where we're crossing those specific axes. So we'll be looking for those as we identify them on the next few slides. So let's jump right in and look at another example. So first, for the x-intercept, we're looking at where we cross this x-axis right here, which I can see on this red line is this point right here. So in order to identify that point, I need to find both the x and the y coordinate there. So the x coordinate is -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's -8. And then the y-coordinate is 0 because it hasn't gone up or down. So here our x-intercept is -8, 0. Then for the y-intercept, we're looking at where we cross the y-axis, which is right here. So that's where x is 0 and y is 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, visually, just identifying these, we're just finding the full coordinate where we cross the x and y axis. So let's do another one really quickly here. So again, the x-intercept is where we cross the x-axis, and this is the coordinate x is -1, 2, y is 0. And then for our y-intercept, we're looking where we cross the y-axis, which is down here. So that's when x is 0 and y is -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's take a look at one more example here, as this is kind of an example of a unique case. So here it says we need to find the x-intercept, and we know that that occurs when the line crosses the x-axis. But if you look here, this line in purple is a horizontal line that doesn't seem to be angling down towards the x-axis. It looks like it's parallel to that x-axis instead. And if you have a situation where you cannot cross a particular axis, instead of finding a coordinate, what you can just say is there is no, in this case, x-intercept, because we're never crossing that line. However, if we look at the y-intercept and we look at the y-axis, we can see that we are crossing this y-axis at the coordinate x is 0, y is 3. But just note that sometimes there may not be a particular intercept, and you need to pay attention to how that linear function is working.